Hi team, Mr. Rator here. Continue with higher Unit 11. This is a question on compound interest. Let's have a quick read. Bella invests £5,000 in an account for 2 years. The account pays 3% compound interest per annum. Bella has to pay 20% tax on the interest earned each year. The tax is taken from an account at the end of each year. How much money will Bella have in an account at the end of 2 years? Okay, so she's going to pay 20% tax on her interest earned. So let's just first of all work out the interest what she's going to earn in the first year. So we get 5,000 and multiply that by 3%. Now you can either times that 3% and type it like that in your calculator, or you should know that 3% is the same as 0.03. Okay, so let's just make this a bit clearer. It's 0.03, so you could put that in your calculator like that, or you could type it in like 5,000 multiplied by 3% is 0.03. Either way, the answer is going to give you the interest she's going to earn in the first year is £150. Now on this £150, Bella has to pay 20% tax. Okay, now 20% tax, if she pays 20% tax, if she has 100% and she pays 20% tax, so that is 20% is deducted from there, she's going to be left with 80%, which is, as a multiplier, 0.8. So if I multiply this by 0.8, at the end of the first year, if I do 150 multiplied by 0.8, I'll get £120. So at the end of the first year, she has earned interest of £120. Now since it's compound, so that's year 1, second year, year 2. Now since it's compound, it says compound, when she puts the money in the next year, the interest she gets will be not only on the 5,000, but it will be also on the £120 interest she earned from the previous year. So again, if I times that by 3%, or write it down as write it as 5,120 multiplied by 0.03. I'll get, if you just on your calculator, 5,120 multiplied by 3%, will give you interest of £153.60. That's what her interest is, if you want to put money in those terms. So that's what she earns the next year, interest. Now again, she has to pay 20% tax, so 20% is taken off her total 100% amount she's going to get, so she's left only with 80%, so that's 0.8 of that amount she's going to get paid. So if I multiply that amount by 0.8, interest for the second year she will have is £122.88. So this is the interest she's going to earn the second year. So when it says here how much money will Bella have in account at the end of 2 years, she started off with this amount at the beginning of year 2, and she has this additional as interest that she earned. So the total amount in the account is going to be 120 plus the interest she earned, which was £122.88. Add those up, Bella will have 2425. Will have in the 3 years £5,242.88. Okay, it's a nice question, that. to question 6. Let's get rid of this one. Let's scroll down. That was a 4 marker. So question 6, how many marks here? 4 marks here. Let's see as we go along, see if we can split some of the marks up. Okay, let's have a quick read first of all before we start. So Pete has 20,000 to invest in a savings account for 2 years. He finds information above. Information about 2 saving accounts. Bonus saver, compound interest 4% for the first year, then 1.5% each year. Fixed rate, compound interest at 2.5% each year. Pete wants to have as much money as possible in his account at the end of 2 years. Which of these savings accounts should he choose? Okay, let's just make this a bit shorter. I've read this question, so no, that's not. Okay, so we need to justify which account to have it in and which one will give us the most amount at the end of the 2-year period. So let's start with the bonus. So if I put here bonus saver, let's see what we're going to get. We're going to get investing 20,000. Now for the first year it gets 4%, so after the first year he has his original amount, which is 100%, plus the 4% first year, so that's going to give me 104%. So I'm going to multiply that by 104%. Then the second year, he'll have his 100% that he has in that second year, and that gives an additional 1.5% interest for that year. Okay, so that's going to be, if I add those together, I'm going to get 101.5%. Okay, so what we can do here, so that's after year 1, and then it's going to be year 2. I'm going to just change these into decimal multipliers. So the multiplier of 104% is just 1.04, and the multiplier for 101.5% is 1.015. So you can put either one of those in your calculators, which we'll do, and get an amount one with it. So 20,000 multiplied by 1.044%, and then times by 1.015. Give me, so the bonus account, the amount Peter will have after 2 years is £21,112. Okay, now if we went on the fixed rate, so you'll get at least a mark for showing all this, maybe even 2. Okay, import the percentage. So 2 marks awarded here. Is a 4-mark question, and you're going to get definitely 1 mark here, and then 1 mark for the decision you make. So here we got 20,000. Now you get this each year, so this is just going to be 100%, which is going to put in, and we're going to add 2.5% on that. Okay, so what we're going to get is that's going to be multiplied by 102.5 first year, then times it by 102.5% for the second year. Now there is an easier way of writing this down. When we got the multiplier, we could also put the same. So we can also write this as 20,000 multiplied by, now I could put brackets because these two numbers are the same. So as a decimal, 102.5% is 1.025, And now because it's the same amount of times in each other, we can just square this on our calculator. Okay. On this occasion, it doesn't really matter so much. There's only 2 years to go. But when we get this fixed amount happening over 4 or 5 years, we can just put a power there. If it was for 5 years, put to that power 5. It's much easier to calculate. Okay, so if we put in a calculator 20,000 multiplied by open bracket 1.025 close bracket, put the square outside, press equals, and with fixed amount Peter will earn, having his accounts by the end of the year, 21,112, sorry, £21,012.50. So that again, £21,012.50, £20,112. As you can see, make that claim here. You got it. As you can see, the bonus saver will earn Peter money. Okay, so it's important that you put a claim there at the end, put a claim, so you get a couple of marks for here, mark here, and then 1 mark for writing the claim what you went with. Okay, thank you. Let's move on to the next question. If I clear all this, scroll down. Question 7 is the currency conversion. Okay, let's do this in 2 separate parts. Let's make this a bit larger here. Okay, let's go for this first one. Let's draw down, give you a couple of minutes to read this. Asif is going on holiday to Turkey. The exchange rate is £1 is equal to 3.5601 lira. Asif changes £550 into lira. Work out how many liras he should get. Give your answer to the nearest lira. So 1 mark for doing the calculation, 1 mark for rounding it to the nearest lira. So let's do this. It's straightforward. 550 multiplied by each lira is worth, each pound is worth 3.5601 lira. So do that in the calculator. First of all, it's important we put 550 multiplied by 3.560601. Okay, that's equals. Asif will have 1958.055 liras. Now, rounding that to the nearest lira, the nearest whole number, that's just going to be stay as 8. So it's going to have 1,958 lira. Okay. Let's move on to pretty straightforward. First, show your calculations, show you're working on the calculator, and then the calculator display, and then do your rounding at the end. Okay, so let's scroll down to the second part. Okay, let's have a quick read of this, then move on. Asif sees a pair of shoes in Turkey. The shoes cost 210 lira. Asif does not have a calculator. He uses £2 equals 7 lira to work out an approximate cost for the shoes in pounds. Use £2 equals 7 lira to show that the approximate cost of shoes is £60. Okay, so let's do this first. First of all, we got 210 liras the shoes are worth, and let's share that by 7. How many lots of 7s are there in 210. So first of all, how many 7s go into 21 is 3, and put the 0 at the end. So that is how many 7s go into 210. Now we know that 7, one of the 7s is worth £2, so we've got 30 pairs of 7. Okay, so we must times that by £2. Okay, we've got 30 lots of 7s, and 7 is worth £2, so multiply that by 2, and that will give me 30 times 2 is 6. That will show the shoes are approximately £60 as required. Is using £2 equals 7 lira instead of £1 equals to 3.560 lira a sensible start to ASI's method to work out the cost of the shoes in pounds? You must give a reasonable answer. Yes, it's a very good, I would say it's a very good and very sensible method. If I was to get the exact value, then I would do I would have done 210 divided by 3.5601. That will give me, put it on the calculator, 210 divided by 3.5601. The actual answer is £58 and 99 pence, so approximately £59. So it was a very sensible method to use, as 3.5 double it is approximately 7. So yes, so good reason. Actual answer is very close to approximation. You could also say that £1 is approximately 3.5 lira, and £2 will be approximately 7. So good approximation. Any of those on that line, it's only worth 1 mark. Any of those lines will be reasonable. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. Clear this, scroll down. Okay, mark question 8 for marker. Actually extends to another 2, 6 mark in total. Let's just make this a bit smaller. We'll stick with that. Okay. All right, have a quick read. Pause it if you want to. Have a go. Let's go. Okay. So Katie invests £2,000 in a savings account for 3 years. The amount for 3 years. The amount pays compound interest. The account pays compound interest at an annual rate of 2.5 for the first year, X percent for the second, X percent for the third. There's a total amount of £2,124.46 in the savings account at the end of 3 years. Work out the rate of interest in the second year. Okay, so these two rate of interest is the same. Right, so let's start by forming an equation. So we have 2,000, which is 10. So before we go into it, my multiplier here is going to be my 100%, as we said earlier, plus the 2.5%, which will equal 102.5%. But as a multiplier, decimal multiplier, share that by 100, you get that as 1.025. That will be the multiplier. 102.5%. Percentages are over 100, so divided by 100, get a multiplier. Similar reasons, this will be 100% plus x percent, and this will be equal to, as a decimal, as a multiplier, it's going to be 100 plus x all over 100. Okay, so that is going to be the same for this third year too. Okay, so we'll just put that into account and then see what's happening, see how we can deal with this in a second. So first of all, multiply that by 1.025, then multiply it by 100 plus x all over 100, and because it's going to be the same for the second and third year, we can put squared there, and that amount is going to equal to, what we're going to end up with is 2124.46. Okay, now first thing to do is we could multiply that out first. So first of all, 2000 times 1.025, just going to give me this amount here. The multiplier, once I get this calculator, you should get 2050. That is being times by that amount. Now the opposite of timesing by 2050, when I'm taking it to the other side of the equation, is to divide this amount by 2050. Okay, so let's just do that. 2124.46 divided by 2050. So we're going to end up with 100 plus the x percent divided by 100 squared is going to equal to 1.036321951. Okay, so we've got that in our calculator. The opposite of squaring is going to be square root. So simple square root, square root both sides. So that's going to end up giving me x plus, 100 plus x over 100, which is going to give me square root. You can just say square root is the answer, and you will get 1.017. Well, it goes 998. So I'm gonna. This is the same as 1. Let's put this now. Yes. So that will be 1.018. Yeah. It just goes on 99899. Okay. If I multiply that by, get rid of that by timesing it by 100. Opposite dividing by 100 is times by 100. I'll get 100 plus x equals to, now times that by 100, so that will give me 101.8. Okay, so I multiply that by 100, move this 2 decimal places up, and then if I take, this is a plus, positive 100, if I take that to the side, it becomes minus 100. Okay, I'm just going to rub this off and make it a bit, let's just do that again. That was 101.8. Okay, so get the 100 and subtract 100 from here, and that leaves me x equals 2, take 100 from there, it's going to be 1.8. So when it tells you what is the percentage of x, you can then clearly state that x is equal to 1.8%. That is the interest you're going to get for the second year. Okay, happy days, thank you.